Welcome to the Faithful Fathering Podcast. This is Rick Wirtz, founder and president of Faithful Fathering, where the mission is to encourage and equip dads to be faithful fathers. Not do fathering, but be a faithful father. To be engaged in raising a godly generation and raise the bar in your church, reinvigorate your church on the fathering front. That's what Faithful Fathering is about. Today we're continuing our discussion around Where Men Hurt, a ministry founded by Andrew Landry. And as we continue the discussion, I do want to remind you that Faithful Fathering exists to help you be the dad you're called to be, that the next generation needs to see. So I do want to point you to our website, faithfulfathering.org, where you can click on the For Dads button to see a history of vlogs, studies, and everything else that really complements these podcasts. And as always, we try to keep these discussions very practical, and I pray that they bless you on your journey as the man, husband, and father you're called to be. So again, in the studio, we're continuing this dialogue with Andrew Landry, the founder of Where Men Hurt. Welcome, Andrew. Thanks again.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
And tell us how long have you been married, and tell us a little bit more about your kids.
So we'll be 10 years in January.
Wow.
So
okay.
10 years. We're going to Jamaica to renew our vows. We have 3 adult children, 32, 23, and 21. And then granddaughter, that's 3, and a newborn grandson.
That'll keep you young. Jamaica, I have to ask you, going to go bobsledding?
But we'll have to this time.
Is that where y'all got married?
Yeah, we originally got
Really?
married there. So
Fantastic.
yeah, so we're gonna go recreate.
I'm going to make sure my bride doesn't talk to your bride.
Yeah, well,
We go to the hill country.
That should be fun though.
That's fantastic. Now you have a big event coming up. It's the 4th annual Where Men Hurt conference. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Maybe a broad brush overview of what the conference is about and how it came about.
So the conference is designed to give men a platform to be able to talk about real life issues. And so what we've done is we've collaborated with some great speakers, some great panelists, that we can address the areas where men hurt, where they hurt in mental health, physical health, finances, relationship, business, fatherhood, and other topics. So we wanna look at the whole man and try to bring it together for a platform where they can talk about those issues.
Fantastic. And you've got a good diverse group. I see topics are remand, the finance, physical health, mental health, relationships, business, and fathering. But then you also incorporate another group of men in panel discussion time. How does that flow in the conference? It isn't just guys getting up and speaking and everybody going away. There's a panel discussion that brings what to the table?
So the primary thing it does is it brings engagement, right? Men have to feel engaged in order to participate. And so what we do is we allow the speakers to come up, do a presentation, a speech, whatever it is for their allotted time. And then we kind of group them together. So like physical health and mental health will be together. After those speakers speak, then we'll put them on a panel so that we can do panel discussions. So if you had a question about something mental health or something prostate related, those panels can discuss those topics with you right there. And then also they have an opportunity to hang out and meet with those people afterwards also. So if it's something more private that they want to deal with, they have access at that point.
Sure.
And so we're going to do panels on the 3 different sections. So we have the mental and physical health, we have the finance piece, and then we have the fatherhood relationship piece.
Fantastic. And you say physical health, I'm thinking prostate and colonoscopies are a couple of the big ones that if they're detected early, they can be knocked down pretty quick. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
The mental health is a little hard to quantify and to nail down, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's tough, but we got it.
Good. And I see that you're going to be feeding them breakfast, you're going to be feeding them lunch, and you even have a comedian coming in here. Tell me about little Darryl. Little Darryl.
Little Darryl did my first conference. This guy is so funny, and I think it lightens the mood, right? So a lot of times men come in this conference or workshops or seminars, and there's a very monotone response.
Almost an intensity with it.
Yeah, it's almost, and it's scary, right? Especially if you're around a bunch of men that you've never met before. Darryl comes in and he kind of just captures the room, gives guys something to laugh about, kind of breaks the monotony. helps people to get to know each other, different stuff. And amazing comedian, travels around the world with his comedy. So I'm excited to have him.
That is what a blessing it is, and what an interesting dimension it offers. Because so you're doing several things that keep this from being just a whole hum conference. You're bringing diversity that I haven't seen before. You're incorporating panel discussions to drive some points home, help the guys engage, and then you're lightening the mood as well to keep everybody from getting too comfortable in their seat, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, what else do you want to tell us about the conference?
I think that the primary thing is that this is a place that's safe, right? So men are typically reserved, but you can come to this conference and you can get information. You have access to the people that have valuable knowledge, but you're just in a room with a bunch of guys. It's no different than being at the Texans game or the Rockets or whoever your favorite team is.
Probably more entertaining than a Texans
Probably
game.
So.
But I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So
yeah, well, I'm a Dallas Cowboy. So my wife's actually KC. She has family up there, so we're kind of connected with that group. But it's just a platform for men to be safe, be vulnerable if they choose. We're not gonna point at anybody or call anybody's name or raise your hand. It is, if you feel comfortable, it's a place for you to say, hey, I'm dealing with this issue. How can you help? Mm-hmm. And so that's the primary focus, is getting man to be able to really see themselves, recognize that they may not be in the place that they want to be, and get the help that's available.
That's, again, I tip my cap to you, Andrew, just to create that environment. I mean, I always challenge dads to make sure their homes are safe places for kids to come with any questions. Right. If a child can't come, if he stumbles on pornography, for instance, if he can't come to dad and mom and expect it to be a safe place to discuss that, he's going to go to the internet and his peers, which will give him different answers than what mom and dad would want him to have or her to have. And so I think that's so powerful to create that opportunity for men. And unfortunately, like I said, sometimes church doesn't create that, at least initially. Right. Any church I've been a part of, eventually, certainly there are guys you can connect with and come clean with. Right. But for you to create a safe environment here, you're obviously doing it not only through the diversity of topics to open the discussion, the dialogue, but you're also creating through the panel discussions opportunities to voice specifics and engage, and if it opens the door to some healing, then let the Lord do what he does. Huh?
Yeah, he specializes in healing.
He does, yeah. Can you share a testimony or two from previous conferences, or someone's left and said, hey man, I just thank you for opening the door to this?
Yeah, I think the one that stands out the most is we had a conversation on finances at the very first conference. And at that time, the speaker talked about having multiple streams of income. And so, I've had multiple streams of income for a while, so I was aware of it. I knew it. I'd been kind of walking in that. And so then probably about a month later, one of the guys that attended the conference came to me and he's like, man, I had never heard of that before in life. Like, I've never heard of multiple streams of income. Didn't know what it was. Well, he ended up doing some research on it and kind of, I think he visited with the speaker and got some insight. And now the guy has like 6 or 7 different streams of income from that particular conference, and has, did some inventions and stuff. I mean, he's really done a lot. And so that stands out the most, just because I'm connected with him and I understand what he didn't know and what he does know.
Fantastic. So you open the door to, that's what different streams of income do, is gives you some stability, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And some a foundation to continue to build on.
Absolutely.
And allows you to navigate through some times like we're in, by the way.
Yeah.
So, how can men register for the conference?
So the way to register is go to wheremenhurt.org. That's our website. There's a register now button. They can do it that way. They can also do it on Eventbrite if they want to search it, but the easiest is just wheremenhurt.org. Also on our Facebook, it's on there, so they can just click Get Tickets. So wheremenhurt.org.
Fantastic. Okay, men, you heard it. It's wheremenhurt.org or Eventbrite, and Join us on Saturday, August 27th, 8 o'clock in the morning. They serve breakfast, so come join us for a cup of coffee and breakfast at San Jacinto College North, and it's up off of Wallaceville, just northeast of downtown, correct? Yes. And it'll be a fabulous day, 8 o'clock to about 3:30 in the afternoon. Lots of information to be gleaned and an opportunity to just identify. You may not even know some areas of vulnerability in your lives, and yet these speakers will open the hearts, open the minds, and give you an opportunity to engage and see what the Lord's up to in your life in these respective areas, whether it be being remanned as a man, or finance issues, physical or mental health, your relationships, business acumen, as well as fathering. And be ready to laugh with little Darryl as he brings in and lightens the day as well. I assume that's going to be somewhere around lunchtime, give or take, when guys are about to fall asleep. Hopefully, right before my talk, so everybody's awake.
We're gonna start him early. We'll start him early, and we'll continue him throughout the day.
Put him on a panel. That would be a good thing. Yeah. All right. Well, men, sign up. Join us on August 27th. Where Men Hurt Conference. It's a place to be, and I hope to see you there. So in the meantime, dads, keep your eyes focused on our Heavenly Father. Emulate Him by prioritizing your physical presence, being engaged emotionally, and leading spiritually by example. That's the dad you're called to be. That's the dad the next generation needs. God bless. Godspeed.